All right, so let me tell you a story. Years ago, when I was in school, there was a student, right? Let's say he's called Jeff, right? All right, so he used to sell snacks, right? Snacks that the canteen never had. So because of that, now Jeff started to become popular because we were in school and children likes these type of snacks. Like it was candies, all that too as well. So then now, all of a sudden, no, more people have started to sell these snacks too as well. Yeah, but mostly everybody just went to Jeff, right? So afterward, now Jeff getting popular, as I said, and then all of a sudden now the cafeteria now started to notice that people are starting to like these snacks too. Because beforehand they never really sell these particular snacks, right? So they know the point is that at the same time when they were selling these snacks, Jeff here was competing with the canteen because now the canteen had like their prices too as well. Because difference between Jeff and the actual canteen is that the canteen at the time could actually buy it in bulk. Same with like Jack, because we have stores that do that. Everywhere has that one place. But of course, the canteen kind of had the school backing versus Jeff, who did not. Sorry, did I say Jack before? Okay, so the point is that too. Jeff was competing with that. That's most of the point here too as well. But then eventually the cafeteria won over because then more people were buying it for a cheaper price too, because the canteen started selling it for cheaper. So then Jack, so I keep saying Jack, sorry. Jeff had to keep like actually like selling it over. They're losing profits eventually, and then I'm like, oh, poor Jeff. And then afterward, I said, poor Jeff. He just after a while, noticed that it wasn't working out, and he was there buying and selling, and it was still popular for him to do so, yes, and people still say, hey, let's go to Jeff. But people still rather go to the canteen eventually, and Jeff got phased out. But at the same time, as well, I heard Jeff actually moved on to a different thing too, as well. So that was pretty good. But at the same time, too, even though Jeff started a new thing and then didn't sell the old thing, the cafeteria continued with the old thing. And because that old thing phased out too as well, then now also they phased out of the canteen too. I was like surprised now because at this time now you expected the canteen to keep selling it, but they stopped. So then of course it's like saying that even though Jeff was there too as well, he actually started something new. And you could say something the biggest lesson here is that they saw something successful and they just wanted to, get attention to the canteen too as well, by the way. So I could just say that's maybe one lesson they could say. So Jeff kind of helped the canteen too, because the canteen was kind of losing popularity. I forgot to mention that. So Jeff was helping the community too as well, in that people were starting again more cafeteria, and the cafeteria as well had more what's it called? More attention. So, and then now, this is lesson one I've learned because of Jeff. Well, I was say there's another lesson two, but I will get with lesson one. So let me get into this. So then the lesson I learned for lesson one, I want to say, success gets attention. The moment the people succeed, like Jeff, then some customers notice it, of course, and then competition, which is the actual canteen, will notice it too. And sometimes bigger competition, canteen will come and then, squish it along the way. But as I said, lucky for him, Jeff moved on to a different thing. So that's what I heard too as well. So also I would say competition is good, but I wasn't saying that it's too healthy. But this is a child versus a canteen which has bigger amounts of money. So yeah. All right. I would say I will lead to my point two. I would say lesson two I've learned competition. Well, it's always bad, but it's not always good either. I was gonna say because like again, the cafeteria copied the idea and it squished a child's idea of business. So let's just say Jeff had a whole idea that he wanted to prove, and it increased the demand for the candy. I'm just gonna say use candy for example, And then the canteen also gets the candy and increases demand and supply for say candy. And then afterward, they didn't want to do it anymore because Jeff decided to leave, and now they decided to quit too as well. But now I forgot to mention too as well. How to say they managed to get more people because again it's the canteen, so they were able to sell bread and cheese and all that too as well. So let's go with that. Okay. One day the third one too is that well people buy from people, which is true. But sometimes people buy from corporations too as well. But we're going back to why I said people buy from people. So the thing is that unlike the corporation, I would say in this case we use a canteen, people rather buy from Jeff, right? Because again, Jeff is the one who was buying the actual thing too as well and selling it. So that's mostly he bought it from somebody he sell it and then all that stuff too as well. And hold on one minute. Sorry, I had to pause right there. I had to clear my throat. Again, here. So anyway, the thing is that yeah, so people bought from Jeff too, right? So of course they trusted him more because again, even though the canteen didn't sell it, and people still bought it in the end, because they didn't have like a mascot or anything. I could say they still trusted Jeff though more than the canteen because then Jeff was the same age as them, maybe older. What was he older than me? I can't remember. The memory's all fuzzy. But the thing is that yeah, many people were buying from him. So at the time, I was like, cool, awesome too as well. But then the canteen, there people wanted to buy at the canteen. I mean, they had to buy lunch, yes, and all of the other stuff you have to buy from the canteen after school because we had school activity. But those are the three lessons I learned. So that's mostly it. Yeah, about success gets attention. Wait, that was it, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, success gets attention. And then the second one was competition is always bad or good. And then the third one is people buy from people. So yeah, because eventually when the canteen started to sell too as well, they had more people encouraging children because I think they even put a sign too as well. So they, like they show they care. All of a sudden, I was like, they're really going out of their way. So this was like a corporation versus a single business, like in front of my eyes. At me at a young age, 12 years old. so, well, it was 12, but it was a certain age. I was pretty young, so I was seeing it firsthand. Yeah, so it's like this nowadays too with some online businesses too as well. I can tell you that for sure. But ah boy. Anyway, but the point is that as someone who has an online business really too as well, I can tell you that for sure you always wonder if your designs get copied. Because again, as I said, designs can get copied, ideas can get copied. But this is like, but your story, in Jeff's case too as well. You have your story, your personality, and your relationship with customers are very, very hard to copy. So that's why I want to tell people too as well, because I used to be discouraged too after the Jeff story. Because yeah, again, yeah, as I'll say again, ideas can be copied. I wrote this. Ideas can be copied. Idea and designs can be copied. Okay, yeah. But your story, your personality, and your relationship with customers are much harder to copy. So I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I can't believe I got that. That's right. I didn't write this. I got it offline. My bad. All right, cool. I don't know why I keep saying I write this. Anyway, point is that too as well. But as a small business, sometimes, as I said, because there's a book called David and Goliath by Michael McDonald. The point of a small business is that I wish I could quote him. What was it? There was a quote I got from the book. I did read some of it. I didn't get all of it. But the point of the gist is that how you can undercut a business with the same idea, or sometimes the idea they missed, but they're too much of a Goliath. They're too huge of a company to realize that at this point in time they can't revert back to do the smaller sections of a company. So, for example, you say a collection of strawberry and blueberry, different variations of candy. Let's say ring pop, right? You have different banana, all them thing there, but you don't have the ring pop that is for grapefruit people. So it's kind of like that too as well. So somebody will make a grapefruit can bring pop for the person. So that's what we're saying. Yeah, but that's all I have the wisdom for today too as well, because it just came on my mind too as well. So I just wanted to like record it and stuff. But anyway, I'm just gonna like end it here too as well because it's gonna be too long and stuff. But if you're a small business, yeah, enjoy it too as well because there are gonna be some good days and there are gonna be some bad days. But that's all I have to say. That's me, Alex, signing out. Peace. Hi, yeah, sorry, I was editing. I know it's a short clip. Okay, so I forgot to ask this question though. Have you ever seen a small business come up with a great idea only for bigger competition to jump in later? And what can entrepreneurs learn from that? That's something I've been thinking about ever since that experience too as well because the thing is that yes, Jeff did what he did and I learned a lot from Jeff because he wasn't the only one because along the way I have to mention there are other memories where I had known students who actually go out of their way to sell snacks too as well. But that story really impacted me though of how Jeff saw an opportunity at such a young age too, by the way, to actually sell those things, and then afterward we all liked them too. Because I even bought from Jeff one time too as well, and he had to be sneaky about it. I forgot to mention this too as well, so it was very funny. So like I'm to your shifty eye. Of course, I was like, I hope the teacher don't notice it. So I had to do that to one point, and we're all like kids in elementary, so like, well, I went to prep school, so. But the thing is that too as well. Well, Jamaican version of prep school, and so it was like we had to quickly, give Jeff the $20, cause again, growing up in the '90s, 20 is 20. But that's the thing too as well. And then the parents were like, "Hey, where's that $20 I gave you gone?" And you're like, "I don't know if you're that type of child." Anyway, peace out. I just wanted to say that to hopefully